We're back at it, man. My daughter is back at nursery this week. She was off due to illnesses last week. So hopefully I have a lot more time to sit here and make videos, because when she's not at nursery, I really can't be fucking asked to do this, man. I just want to chill out, right? And I want to be lazy. So we're back at it. Hopefully we can get things back to normal, and I don't continue to drop off to fucking less than 100 views. But we've got a lot to talk about today. We need to talk about Raw on Netflix, man. Raw on Netflix isn't looking good because of what happened over the weekend with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the return of Becky Lynch. Yay! I'm so happy about the return of Becky Lynch. Oh my god, I can't wait. And we're going to start with Max Caster. Now, I need to ask you guys a question. Has Max Caster been suspended by AEW in any way? I'm asking you that because I haven't had time to go and see for myself. But what I'm hearing right now is Max Caster is in a lot of trouble with AEW. So, apparently, Max Caster decided to do one of his freestyle raps on either Rampage or Collision, one of them. And he referenced the presidential election. And the people in the ring happened to be Mexican. So, put two and two together, and you can probably work out what Max Caster was saying. So, man, Max Caster, first of all, he needs to stop with the rap. First of all, he needs to stop with the rap because we're sick of it. We're bored of it. It was a gimmick that was fun while it lasted. But, yeah, I mean, who fucking cares about the Acclaimed anymore? Who cares? Because you've got Max Caster acting like a bitch online. He's a babyface on TV. But online, he acts like a complete bitch, a proper heel, and he's not a heel. So I don't know what his online behaviour has to do with his wrestling character. And then you've got Anthony Bowens, who any time he gets to speak, he has to tell us all that he's gay. We know you're gay. We don't care. We care about your wrestling. Your sexuality has nothing to do with the job that you are doing, Anthony Bowens. So that's why people don't really like the Acclaimed anymore. They're virtue signalling pieces of shit. And now it's gone back to bite him in the arse because Max Caster, I can imagine he's on the Democratic side. And I can imagine that he decided to say to these Mexican wrestlers that they're going to get deported. Now, Max Caster leaves out the fact that it's only illegal immigrants that are getting deported, not legal ones. I can imagine the CMLL wrestlers and all the Mexican wrestlers in AEW and WWE are there legally because they have visas. If they didn't, they wouldn't be there to begin with. So, Max Caster, trying to be controversial isn't the way to go. If you're going to be controversial, it needs to flow naturally. Like John Cena. When John Cena did his gimmick, his rap gimmick, it flowed naturally. He didn't need to try and fit these things in like you do. Stop it. No more Max Caster, no more Acclaimed, no more rap. Do something else, because, quite frankly, I think we're all sick of you. Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, and unfortunately, I don't want to throw Billy Gunn in here, man, but unfortunately, Billy Gunn. So, hopefully, if he's been suspended, hopefully when he comes back, he decides to change things up a bit, man, because we're all sick of the Acclaimed. Next, we're going to talk about Becky Lynch, and PW Insider are reporting that Becky Lynch is scheduled to return to WWE for Raw on Netflix, or around that time. So, honestly, man, I do not care. Same with Seth. Do not care at all about Becky Lynch. Anytime I see Becky Lynch, she has 100% bitch face. She's like, oh, I'm a strong woman. You know what I mean? She's like that all the fucking time, and I can't stand it. But I understand why Becky Lynch took the time off. Anytime Becky Lynch would win a match, any match, don't matter, you'd get these people online that were fans of Liv Morgan, and they'd say that they'd want to burn alive Becky Lynch's daughter, and horrible things. So I can understand why Becky Lynch would like to take this time off, but doesn't change the fact that any time she shows her face anywhere, she's got raging bitch face. I don't want to see it. I really don't. I don't want to see it, man. Take your bitch face, go to AEW. Seth Rollins, take your cross-dressing and go to AEW. Go somewhere else, please. I don't like either of you. Finally, and you're going to be seeing a lot of camera cuts today, man. I'm ill as fuck. I've got a lot of coughing going on. Finally, we need to talk about Raw on Netflix and the issues that happened over the weekend. So, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson happened, which nobody fucking liked. I didn't watch it myself, but I could tell by the reaction online that it was a complete shit show. And one of the reasons it was a complete shit show was because buffering, constant buffering, constant fucking the feed dropping. Everyone was pissed off. Now, it could be because Netflix had 60 million people watching that specific stream at that time. That could be the case. And a lot of people are coping and hoping. They're coping and hoping that that is the case, that it was just the big audience that caused the issues. I'm saying that it is not that. I'm saying that it is a Netflix problem inside of Netflix, because when I got my daughter to sit down and watch Lucas the Spider, a show she really likes on Netflix the other day, we could not make it through the fucking intro to that show. Buffering. And that isn't a live stream, it's a show. So, personally, I think Raw on Netflix is in some serious fucking trouble. Okay? I don't believe it was just that one time with that fucking stream because there were 60 million people watching. I don't believe that whatsoever. Because again, a show, Lucas the Spider, not live, buffering. Not my internet. My internet's fine. I've got 5G. I've got the horrible tumor internet, the 5G. So, Raw on Netflix is in some serious trouble, in my opinion. WWE need to be concerned. Fightful said something about them being not that concerned about the situation. I think they should be seriously concerned. I think Raw on Netflix could be in some real deep trouble if this continues to happen, because at the end of the day, I don't know if you guys have experienced the same situation, but it isn't just that one example that I gave you just a minute ago of Lucas the Spider. A lot of times, man, when I've been on Netflix and I go to put a film on, it'll just say loading, but it'll say 0%, and it will constantly say 0%. Why? It just wouldn't load the film up. Again, not my internet. It's a Netflix problem. Netflix have some issues that they need to figure out, because if you're going to be doing WWE live every single week, for America you've got Raw, for us and the rest of the world you've got everything else. You've got Raw, you've got SmackDown, NXT, for anyone who decides to watch NXT, not many people. You've got to do all those. How are you going to continue and cope when you can't get a show like Lucas the Spider to work, to load, to play? How are you going to do WWE on Netflix when you can't run a fucking kids show that isn't live? That is the concern I have. And I'm going to show you the new logo quick. This is the logo. for Raw. Now, a lot of people don't like it. I personally think it's alright. Right? It is better than the current logo we have. The current logo we have for Raw and the old logo we had for SmackDown bored the fucking shit out of me. I look at them and I think, I wish they'd make some new logos. You know what I mean? And they have made some new logos. They're not perfect, but they're better than the crisp, clean, corporate Vince WWE. Okay, so I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about Raw on Netflix, because I really don't have many high hopes for it, considering what happened on Friday night and my own experience with Netflix recently. Let me know what you think about Becky Lynch returning. Do you care? I mean, if you're allowed to care, I just don't. And I'm allowed to not care. And finally, Max Caster. Has he been suspended? Should he be suspended? And is Tony Khan just being too soft? Is Max Caster just a bitch? Is he trying to be too controversial to make the news? I think he is. Like, subscribe, follow me on XD Crossman25. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.